Dude, okay. It's podcast time. I have put so much time and effort into this podcast. And, I mean, like, as I do each time. I swear, each podcast just goes, like, up and up and up in time and production value. And, like, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm putting on a whole entire, production. Hi, Max! Yes! All of the faves! Today we've got Gab, Tova, and Joe. On the original announcement poster that you can find on my Twitter, Elliot was also included in the podcast, but something came up and he can't make it today. But it's okay, we've still got a great set of people, and it's gonna be so much fun. Hi, D! Welcome, hello! Oh, also, apologies for any hiccups in advance, but it's live. It may happen, but it's okay. I'm gonna transition over to my podcast scene now. Ta-da! Like, I'm tiny, and then we've also got friends. Wait, where do I point? There. We've got friends. I don't know if they know that they're on the screen yet, but it's okay. We've got chat down below, and yeah. So I think I'm just gonna undo it so we could get into it. We're gonna be doing introductions and all that. Okay. Let's do introductions. And yeah, we're doing the typical Discord order. So Gab, you can go ahead and go first.
Let's go. Hello everyone, my name is Gab. My pronouns are they, she. The point of view I watch, I can't even keep count. I watch George, Sapnap, Wilbur, Blushi, MC, and I think Punz. And personal content introduction. I'm a variety streamer.
Thanks for reading out the bullet point. Oh my god. Okay, well, yes, that's Gab. Fairly Gab on, like, all socials. Go check them out if you want. I don't know, they're alright. And then, Joe, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Joe. I go by they, them pronouns, and I watched Dream. That's it, nobody else. I was sleepy. And my personal content, I do Minecraft.
Yeah.
Big shock.
On Twitch.
Yes. That too.
Okay. Actually, Tova, you go for it.
Okay. Tova is she, they. I watched Punz and Tommy, and I stream a lot of Minecraft and Valorant, and apparently Crab Game again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh lord.
Don't say that word here.
Okay. Then I'm Joji. It's Joji on, like, most things. I have a YouTube channel, aka MCC Chats, where this VOD is going to be uploaded. Pronouns she, they. I watched Dream live, and then I went back and, like, looked at a whole bunch of little clips. There's a lot of, like, SB clips today, TBH. But I watched, like, some Punz, a little bit of Quig, Ant Frost, stuff like that. And yeah, that's about it. I already said what I do. And also, Yulia, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. Or not the sub, the follow. I got ahead of myself. Thank you for wishing for the good stream. Dude, I'm nervous. Like, you guys can tell. But it's fine.
Woo! MCC Chats!
Yeah! That's me. That's us. That's what we're doing today.
Let's go!
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to get into before we even get into the games was the fact that there were a couple team substitutions. There wasn't just one this time, but there were two. And so the first one was Antfrost for Illumina on the Llamas. And so, like, oh my gosh, first time Antfrost wasn't on Aqua, right? Okay, yes, we get it. But that was also a substitution of, like, an S tier, right? So it's kind of a big deal. And so, like, I don't know, I thought it was cool that Antfrost was the substitution because it shows that he's, like, considered really, really strong in the event because he is, like, good. Yeah. And
yeah, for sure. Like, switching someone like Illumina, who's like one of the sweats, one of the big names, I feel like that speaks volumes for Antfrost and his skill.
Heck
Proud
yeah.
of him.
Yes, proud of Antfrost. And then it was also cool because like, I was watching his VOD reviews after, and he said that he hadn't really talked to anyone on the team before, but the team dynamic was still, like, good, and it ended up being great, and yeah, I don't know. I think they did great for a team that literally had a substitution last minute. Speaking of another team that did great with the last minute substitution, hello, Red? Red?
Literally game.
What's it called? But yeah, so great gameplays, like, ended up with technical difficulties literally during the first game, and then Zeus comes in to just, like, save the day.
I saw that everyone was complaining that Red was gonna be too cracked then when Zeus came in, like they were gonna be insane, and they were.
Yeah. I mean, like,
He certainly proved himself.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. And, like, Ethan's
It was
still
a very
pretty...
strong team.
And because Ethan's still, like, pretty new to MCC, like, a substitution with Zeus, like, that did definitely buff the team a bit. And, like, it showed. He ended up getting 16th place, even though he missed the first game, and it's like, damn.
Oh god.
Lightning literally happened as Zeus arrived. It was a sign, true. Also, Nick, no worries for not being able to stay long. I hope you enjoyed the VOD, though. Thank you. Yeah. I just wanted to, like, make note of that before we got into the actual games. Also, bro, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate it. Alright. So, survival games. I'm gonna press play on the little video now. It's like, oh my god, look at it, we've got a POV on the screen.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, I wonder who found all the timestamps for that.
Yes, thank you, Tubbo, for finding the timestamps for the videos. Much appreciated. Big time saver. And then so I have Punz's POV because he came in first, right? And like later on I have a clip of him doing really good at the end too. But going to the actual game itself, what did you all think of this, like, survival games? Like, how'd you feel about the SG?
I love me some good. Okay, I was waiting.
My mic literally didn't pick me up.
Jesus, I love me some good SG. I think it was played pretty early, which surprised me. But I think it kicked it off like really high energy. This is a game that needs a lot of communication, a lot of discipline, like a lot of teamwork. So I was ready, very excited to watch it first. And Aqua Axolotls absolutely eating the entire lobby was insane. I really like SG.
So good.
It gives me those like nostalgic vibes because survival games has always been such a very strong and prominent aspect in Minecraft games. And it always amps up the audience when survival games gets played, like almost exclusively, not just the audience, but even the teammates, the participants. So I think, like Gab said, it's a really good one to have first because everyone gets hype. The blood gets going with that.
True. Yeah, it feels very like Minecraft-y. It's like, okay, we're playing SG. It is time to like get into the MCC mindset.
For sure.
And then considering Aqua, when I was watching back their POV, I noticed that they were really good at like deciding what battles they need to take, and what battles like they could take. Like it was a really good combination of discretion, but also just like good PvP, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's an improvement, especially for Punz, because I feel like he used to just go. Like anytime he saw anyone on the map, he would just go straight in, and I feel like that's why some of his like survival games haven't been as good. But I think he did a good job leading his team and like being mindful of like the entire team's like skill set and not just like him being like, I'm so good at PvP.
Yeah.
In retrospect, the team is stacked itself. You got Punz, who is very well versed with PvP. You got Bad Boy Halo, who's a silent PvP know-it-all when it comes to that kind of front. Sylvie had an ace in BattleBox, I think, was it 1 or 2 games ago? And then you have Snifferish, who is a force to reckon with a bow. So that team had the god of glory looking down upon them.
I agree.
Yeah.
But it also felt like a very fast survival game. It was over. It was over so soon.
I guess it depends on whose point of view you were watching, though.
I guess
yeah. Cause like
For me, it didn't feel as fast. I think.
who's were you watching live again, Gab?
Who was it watching live?
Yeah.
George on one screen, Punz on the other.
Okay, so that that makes sense why it was like lengthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it was kind of like average in time. There were like a couple wipes pretty early on. Like one of the things that I actually wanted to note was the whole like Grian versus Cyan at the beginning. And how it was kind of a strategy in itself to just like, or at least on Grian's perspective, they were talking about this before. It's like, oh, okay, they knew they were a weaker team, and so they chose to kind of like target one team and try to get kills like that because they knew that like, oh, okay, like if we can overpower these people and they don't have a lot of armor, like there won't be that like armor and materials diff, then we could at least get some points there. And so that ended up working out like, really well for Grian, actually. Even though they did still get out like before the whole brawl at the end. So I thought that was a cool idea, especially if you find yourself on like a statistically weaker team that might not excel as much in SG.
Yeah. The
Strategy
Russian
is
strat.
everything.
I don't know. Do you guys have any other thoughts on SG, or should I just go into the clips?
I love SG.
Yes.
Well, I feel like Red did pretty good considering they only had 3 players for the first game. Like,
True.
I don't know. Like the fact that they were down a player like from the get-go for SG, and still like obviously didn't do like Punz level like amazing, but like I feel like they did better than you would expect for a team that was down a player.
Yeah.
Poor
Punz
Tommy.
level of
Tommy was so
amazing.
stressed.
I noted that too. What do you know what Red ended up getting in SG?
Did I write down? Let me look at my notes, or did I only take notes on Punz?
That's alright.
Got
Used to be
Punz.
me. No, that's fine. That used to be me only watching one point of view, and then I just like started taking this a little bit more seriously, and used to be like opening tabs like, oh, this player for this game, this player for this game.
Yeah.
But it gets overwhelming.
It does.
Yeah. Also,
Like you feel like you're working. Sorry.
Also, like anyone in chat, feel free to let me know whose POVs you guys watch, because I'm curious what perspectives we've got here. Hi, Cheese. Hello. All right. I think I'm gonna just go into the clips. So the first clip that I've got is going to be Phil. In the like little brawl at the ending, he got 5 kills total, and they were all in endgame. And I want you guys to like take specific note, I guess, of the bow shots on Blue, because like even though he didn't end up killing them in the moment, they ended up being like pretty big in terms of getting literally 2 kills off of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's do a little switcheroo.
We're trying to fight.
Team over to the right outside as well. We're kind of in a rubbish spot here.
Lima trying to fight Aqua right now.
Who's gonna be coming around
Aqua
behind us?
trying to fight Blue.
Yeah, he's yeah, where is he?
He's above us. Inside that building.
Yeah.
There, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
that's a full
dropping-
team.
They're by the windows. They're by
I
the
don't know why
windows.
they're there, but I.
Yeah, they're gonna have to come down.
You also have
Yeah, to
Lime
come down.
behind
Yeah,
you
we
on
can
the
guard him. We
right.
can guard him.
Hit.
Nice.
Nice,
Nice.
nice.
Oh, I'm hit.
Oh my god.
Where's who's shooting me?
Above. Sapnap
This
from
dude was
inside.
Valorant opping them.
There's also Aqua
Get
to your
group,
right.
get group,
You're
get
about to
group.
see
Sit together,
Aqua.
sit together.
Where's the guy there? On the right, lime.
Nice.
Oh.
Watch the CNC.
You're solo, Joel.
Yeah, back up. Everyone get in.
Oh gosh, I'm stuck in the border.
Holy shit. So he got them like low health.
I collapsed.
Sniff behind you guys, sniff behind you guys, she's low.
They were like
Yeah.
very
That's a good
low.
job. Still, you got two on you.
Got one.
Joel,
Oh, I'm dead.
2.
Yeah. Nice, Phil. Keep going. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
in survival games, because that definitely.
You do.
That's a good strategy there.
Very-
Yeah, no, he like
Fucking
the
half
ending
a
was
heart.
insane. He went crazy there.
Oh my god, he played so well. It takes a lot to like be in that stressful situation of the barrier closing in and then also having to make those precise shots and keep like an idea of who is all around you in that narrow space, and to do it so flawlessly like that was some good PvP.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool to see. So, I watched Phil live, and so far I've watched CPKs and most of SB and Apros. Okay, nice. Yeah, I know SB was a really good perspective to watch. And then CPK and Ant obviously did great as well. Alright, let's go to the next clip I have, which is Punz. So he ended up getting 7 kills total. I believe it was 4 in the end game. And then honestly, one of them is kind of confusing how he got it. Like, he got a kill on Ant, and like, I don't know if you guys.
I want to say he placed TNT, and I think that's what got Ant.
It's because like maybe Ant took damage from it, but then it's like I don't know how he actually died. But okay, but let's play the clip.
I'm gonna try and get the
Where's
third
here?
part. Wait, kill these people.
Kind of attack you, so.
I need to heal.
I died.
I got a lot of kills. I had 7 kills.
That's so chaotic.
Oh, I do see how he killed him.
Wait, how did he kill him?
It says Ant Frost was burnt to a crisp while fighting Punz. He had fire aspect, I think, and I think Ant burned to death from Punz hitting him.
Oh, he didn't have fire aspect though. He has a unenchanted
Or-
axe.
Because I know Punz was on fire. So either he caught him on fire. And someone had fire aspect in there. I know
Yeah.
Punz was on fire, so don't know.
Over
Maybe he
here.
caught on fire from Punz. I don't know.
At the contact, maybe.
Yeah. I
Can
don't
that
know.
happen? Is
I
Minecraft
don't
that
think
advanced?
so.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you can. If you
Really?
step near someone or something that's on fire, you
yeah,
can
if
catch on
there's a
fire.
contact
Really?
point, you hit their
You guys
hitbox,
solved
yeah, you
it.
catch fire.
Oh my god.
I
Yeah,
only
that's
just
kinda
learned this the other
awesome.
day.
That's kind of
like-
sick.
I know.
If you encounter like a zombie on fire from the daylight and get too close to it, or its hitbox, your hitbox catches it and then you get set on fire. It's not for long, but if you're low enough, it'll be enough.
Yeah.
And I think Ant took damage from the TNT, so
Mm.
low enough, that combo, he gets the kill.
Now I
You
want to
solved
see it
it.
from Ant's point of view. Maybe I'll watch the VOD
Mhm.
and see how that plays out.
Yeah. I do not have that clip. Yeah,
No, it's
Ant
fine.
Frost
That's
fun.
what to
Let's
bring it
give
up.
him reviews. Okay. I think we're going to move on to Ace Race now, which I'm like genuinely so excited to talk about. Wait, what was that reaction, Gab? What was that?
You know I have to be a party pooper. I'm just gonna wait for everyone to talk about Ace Race, then I'm gonna say my thoughts.
Okay.
I'm gonna speak my thoughts.
Okay. I'm
Gonna
nervous.
speak
What
your
the
truth.
heck? Alright, the perspective I have going on now is CPK, who got first in the game. Finally, he got his first in Ace Race. And like, I want to give some props to CPK, right? Because, or like in his pre-event little like, because he starts stream before MCC, right? He was literally going step by step in the update video with like breaking down the course and like piecing it together and figuring out like
Oh my god.
shortcuts and stuff purely from the little
God.
clips that they gave, and it worked. Like it worked. Like
That's dedication.
yeah, no, it's crazy
Yeah,
dedication. But it was just so cool because I'll point it out when we get to it. Either when we get to it or I have a clip too if we miss it somehow. but there's like a little shortcut that honestly I don't know if like anybody else ended up using, but at least nobody else like near him, that definitely helped like bring him ahead more, that he knew because he literally broke down the video, and so I thought that was really cool. But yeah, so
CPK, it's just one of those people that I knew, like, they're an S tier player without playing MCC. That's how I would play, like, I would say it. Even before he was, like, in the actual event, by seeing how he played, like, all those vault runs or whatever they're called, I'm so sorry, I don't know the actual name. I was like, this dude, Vault Hunters, put this dude in MCC and he's actually gonna crush it. Because he has, like, the mindset to do it, and also the skill and the practice. So I'm not shocked that he's doing so well in MCC, like, at all.
He's also like
His
grinded a lot to get to
dedication
this
is
point.
immense.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
He's someone who takes it super seriously, and I can appreciate that.
He's like he's gotten to the point where, yeah, like Gab, like you're saying, it's like the only, like, he's like basically S tier. I think the only reason that he's not like officially considered S tier by like everybody is the fact that like it's just a comparison type of thing, right? It's like, oh, okay, like where does the cutoff go? Because he's definitely one of the top players, but it's just like, oh, like comparatively, there are like a few people that are like more mechanically advanced and things like that, but it doesn't take away from the fact that if you put him in like almost any other setting, he's going to be one of the absolute top players. It's just MCC.
Yeah,
like,
for
stacked.
sure.
And yeah, what AJ said in chat, it's a shortcut using the tiki torches.
I love TikTok.
A few years ago, he was so bad at Minecraft. His series used to be him mostly dying. Now he's so good. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's grinded so that he could get to this point. Like, he's gotten so much better.
Minecraft is a game you can improve at, and he is like an exemplary example of that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can be good at Minecraft like CPK.
You
Fine,
gotta
let's go on our
practice.
training arcs.
Yeah, let's go.
Fine, I'll do it.
I've been on my training arc. Let's do it.
Alright, anybody wanna talk about the new map? Thoughts? Let's go like positives first. Joe or Tova, do you guys have anything?
I'm a little bit more neutral. I think that it's an interesting new map. It's very footwork based, which I kind of like. There's some things that are a little bit different in like, not my favorite way. I think a lot of the contestants said that the torches, the tridents felt different, and I definitely believe that. I think it's a very new dynamic. It makes it a little bit challenging for people who know Elytra super well, because as we know, a lot of Ice Race relies on Elytras, and Elytras are really difficult. It's just a fun map. Do I think that this was the game that needed a refurbishment? Not particularly, but I did enjoy myself watching the Ace Race.
I do kind of think it was time for a new Ace Race map, though. We've seen a lot of Space Race, like they went back to Python Script and Clouds a couple times. But like I think that a new map was kind of in the works. I know people had been like thinking there was going to be a new one for like a couple MCCs now. So like I'm happy that there's a new map. I do think that like the timing was okay. I don't know. Oh, here's the shortcut. He like jumped on the tiki torches and got like this like inner path.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, freak.
I remember I wrote down that Punz said the map felt more casual and felt more like it would be better for a non-canon MCC. I don't know whether I agree with him or not. I just remember I like wrote down him specifically saying that.
Yeah.
I think because it almost like, because it separates out the skills, like it gives and takes things away that you can almost focus on a certain thing at a certain time.
Yeah.
You know?
When the contestants were talking afterwards, I believe it was Quick who was saying that it was a bit more of a beginner-friendly map, where it is like easier. It's a lot more like running, and it's kind of like it's pretty clear what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, because of those checkpoints. Also, it is shorter, but that did call for 4 laps. So thank you for the hydrate, Jay. Also, I like the jump pads mostly because of the sound they make.
I like the
Mango
sound
bar.
effects a lot.
Should I go now?
Yeah, I want to hear what you have to say, Gab.
It's giving high pixel housing. It's giving
Oh.
free easy parkour. Like, I think I like the doors. I like the new mechanics added. I really like the
Fall
part
Guys
where they
doors.
put like the the giant like trident, the giant elytra to like let you know that you have to fly, you have to use your trident, whatever. Like that thing I really like because sometimes they could be confusing. But what I like about Ace Race is the openness. Like it sort of gives you like you're in this huge map, but you have to find your way to your route, which I guess I understand you were like, oh, this is straightforward. People knew what to do. I kind of like when people don't know what to do. I like when it's like, it almost felt claustrophobic for Ace Race. I was expecting, I agree with the new map, but this was just giving really Bed Wars parkour course. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not to like the level of the other parkours. You see spectacular maps. I'm not saying this map is ugly. I just like you see like this huge structures and like this map was not giving it to me. It was giving cave. It was giving the game with the like the elytras. That to get to the other side with the elytras. That's what I was thinking the whole map. A lot of people compare it to Mario Kart, which I could see it. I could see this as a complete. Yeah, I could see this like a completely different game, if I'm being honest. You told me like, oh, it's a new game called, I don't know, whatever the heck. I would not see it as an Ace Race.
I see. Yeah, AJ, I just wanted to see Phil's of being a lost old mannequin. No, and I definitely see that argument, Gab, because like in Space Race, for example, like right before the huge like elytra dive, there's an option to like go to a different platform and stuff, but like you can also skip it because you have like your elytra handy, and if you feel confident enough in your skills, then you can. There aren't as many risks like that with this map. Yeah, I can definitely see the argument there. That kind of, damn, you kind of just like changed my mind a little bit.
See, yeah.
Yeah, because this was very straightforward and like easy. Like obviously, like I'm not in it, so like I don't know how easy it is. But in comparison to like Space Race or Python's Crypt, you know.
And even in like climbing up, I don't know how to say it. Like the place you're gonna go to the first place. In this map, you would have to pray that the contestant like in front of you messed up a jump or something. In the other maps, you could be like, oh, I'm gonna take this shortcut. Like I'm gonna do this differently. I'm gonna think 5 steps ahead. As like, how can I use this map to my advantage? And because this one is so close and it's like so tiny and it's so straightforward, you would just have to pray that the other person messed up, and it's not like really on your skill to like climb up.
I would
That's my
actually argue against that. I feel like there are a lot of different routes that you can take here. It's just they're more like laid out for you instead of like you kind of having to take the initiative and like figure them out.
Yeah.
And what's it called? So like the Tiki Torch one, for example, like that's not really one that like too many people would like take the risk of doing. But it's like, I don't know, if it could go for any map, right? Where it's like if you know the shortest like method, then yeah, and anybody would have to like mess up if they're already taking that shortest route. So I don't know if I agree that much with that one, because I think that there are like different routes and stuff as long as you know the optimal one. But yeah, I don't know. Also, real quick, D, thank you so much for the 7 months. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you for all your support. And then Sierra, so true. Follow and subscribe to the YouTube. Okay.
True.
Yeah.
Those are some really good points. Thank you for sharing, everyone.
Heck yeah.
I feel like I have more to think about.
I have my hatred ready.
Oh my god. Also, yeah, I guess I did want to just like throw in a little self-promo moment where if you are here and you're new to the stream, I'd really appreciate a follow. Like these podcasts, like I put in literally so much work, literally like 15 plus hours of work into them, so follow, or even a subscription. I literally never ask for subs, but on things like this, I kind of feel a little bit more comfortable doing it because I do put in a lot of work, and so any like form of support would be greatly appreciated. Also, if you're on the YouTube, feel free to like go over to my Twitch. It will be linked in the subscription, or subscribe to the YouTube because again, any amount of support helps a lot. Thank you.
Beautiful. Subscribe immediately.
Hehehe. Okay. Last note that I have for Ace Race was, of course, a little dream shout out because he went from 40th place at the beginning to ending in 7th, which is
Holy
kind
shit.
of yeah,
Crazy.
With multiple mess ups.
yeah. Like he started the map off really weak. Like he didn't realize that you had to like Elytra at the very beginning. But then like we were talking about a little bit before, there's the comeback potential in the different routes and like making sure that you don't mess up and like kind of like hoping others do. But yeah, it was like pretty smooth sailing enough after that to the fact that like he was able to get all the way back up to 7th. So yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Grid Runners time!
My favorite!
Grid runners!
I love Grid Runners so much!
Woo!
Dude, I love how much hype there just was for Grid Runners, because, like, same.
I'd like to announce my official proposal to Grid Runners. Please don't say no. Please, Grid Runners, please. I can make you so happy.
Oh my I thought you were gonna I thought you meant like a proposal for a game. You were like, no, let's get married.
No, I want to get married. I'm marrying Grid Runners.
Okay.
Valid.
I love the games. Watching Punz do it is always just stressful. He hates it. He doesn't like it.
What's it called? Okay. Or I guess like first note for Grid Runners is that in the update video they were like new like maps, which I interpreted as like new games or like new rooms, but it was literally just like new maps for games that already were pre-existing, which was a relief.
Yeah.
Like I think that that's a good way to switch up Grid Runners instead of introducing a completely like different game. That was cool. Like I don't know if it had been this before, but how the Light the Lamps room was literally the like I'm pretty sure it was a practice server Parkour Tag map. Either that or like
yeah.
It was so cool. I loved it.
Yeah. So I don't know. That was just like a cool little way to switch it up. Like the Tower Lamps room. It was a concept that was familiar because they've already had to deal with like stepping on the pressure plates. Yeah, the pressure plates to like parkour and stuff. But it was just a different route to do it, and so. Yeah, I thought that was cool. Anybody want to add anything about Grid Runners?
I love Grid Runners as a whole, and I agree with what you said about like changing up the maps and like adding different games, because I think it was like the Grid Runners got introduced, and then the next games after that they added like more games, and it got a little too confusing for comfort. But I feel like this time we already knew how the games worked and everything went well. One thing I will always vouch for and always say, I wish that our gallery had more accessibility to the whole color situation. They haven't added like at least the initial two colors. They do it in other games when they have colors, like I think is Light the Lamps, I'm pretty sure. Just that little detail will help out a little bit, because especially that game can get overwhelming, and I can only imagine to someone like who's not like, you know what I'm saying, like to colors it could be it would help.
Yeah, and that is a consistent criticism that they've been getting, so I do think that it's, I guess, of note that there hasn't been any like change to fix, or like any fix to that. Like I don't know, just add a letter on like the blocks or something.
Yeah, and it's been added to other games. I was just saying, yeah.
I guess, or like one thing. Oh, here's the the parkour tag, like the lamps. Okay. But another thing that I wanted to note was kind of how important actually like self-regulation is during grid runners. Because like as good as it is to have a good leader and stuff, right? That's able to like guide your team throughout the game. It's so important for everybody to be able to hold their own in this game because yeah, everybody's like contributing to the tasks and things like that. And so being able to like follow the leader and like knowing what's going on, I think is huge. And so things like understanding what you're supposed to do in the games beforehand can definitely help players that struggle with this. Also, Casey, thank you so much for the follow. You're fine, Casey, you're fine. Yeah, or like that's one thing that I really liked about Red and Blue's perspectives. Like everybody was really like on top of everything. Yeah.
Grid Runners demands that kind of, because in the rooms you get coins per time on the room, right? So if you have, let's say, if you have two of those people that aren't just helping along, or they're like, what do I do, and they're waiting for the instruction, then that eats into the time of the room.
Yeah,
whereas they could be like, okay, here, you know what, they're doing this, I'm gonna do this, and at least it's productive. Instead of just like, okay,
what do you help me?
And I feel like also like going off of like you get bonuses for times in each room, I think being able to recover if you do get stuck on a room is also really important. Because like as I was watching Aqua and they got stuck on the sewers room because Sylvie kept falling off the parkour and they literally spent like 3 minutes in that room.
Oh geez.
And they finished 7th like in order of completing the course, but they got 4th overall because they did really well finishing all the rooms individually, and they recovered quickly and still managed to finish the rest of the rooms quickly. So I think that's also really important to recognize that like Grid Runners is kind of like split up into mini games, and that just because you screw up on one doesn't mean you're going to do bad overall.
Yeah, and I think that's something really good about the scoring system too. Is like it's forgiving, while also being exciting, because you don't really like know how it's gonna end up until the very end. But like it's okay if you mess up, because you can do really really good in those other rooms, like you were saying, Tova. Also, hi, honey. Hi.
The dynamic of having that for those rooms, I think actually kind of benefits everyone, because not everyone is going to have that same skill level of like as we exampled with the colors, that can be like a very strong, less skill and more of a presentation issue. But then you have people who aren't so good at parkour, like for the sewers, or someone who can't hold their own against a amateur. So it's really good to equal it out for the team itself. I like that.
Yeah. And then the clip that I have for Grid Runners actually comes from SB. Blue ended up coming in second, but I have red on the screen because they came in first. But in the sewer map, SB like went crazy. He literally just like went and looked at the route, and then like without any instructions, he just like did it himself, and he literally speedran it. Like it was crazy.
Really? Oh my
yeah,
God.
No, it was like I was watching it like post, and I like most of the time during MCC I'm just like what, or like no way, but not usually when watching VODs because it's more exciting live. But I literally like shouted, I was like what, because I was just like how.
Incredible.
No, yeah,
I think I might be wrong because I had a bunch of tabs open. I think George did the same, or someone from the team, because they were like, oh, it's left, left, right, left. And then they just jumped it without looking at it, without anyone telling them. Because I think this was easier. I think it was George. I might be wrong. And I was like, holy macaroni. This is the first MCC that you could do it that fast. Because I feel like other maps have been more confusing into like the placement of the blocks. So it was really cool. Like some people could just like, oh, I memorized it, I can outdo it.
For sure.
Some people with those pediatric memories are just so cool.
Yeah, and having like,
and be like, that's it.
That's how you know you have like good Minecraft players in the game, because having like that memory and that awareness in a parkour course is just crazy.
All right, let's take a look at the clip.
I gotta see this.
There's the
Oh, okay, I know this one.
Okay,
Okay, so
so you
memorize the
gotta-
pattern.
Guide.
So it's
I
like
got
a
Yeah, let
an
me
L,
see if I can
so
follow it.
in line with orange, and it's
Okay,
diagonal.
to the right a bit, and then basically it
Yes,
goes, it
and
veers
then
to
you
the
go
left the whole
here.
time.
You
Is it
go
like this?
here, and then there's
No,
a
is it
There's only
like
one
this?
person who needs to go, or all of us?
Oh,
All
look
of
at
us
that!
need to
SB
get
just-
can
all of us
SB
need
can
to get
guide
over.
us.
All of
I
us
got
need to
you.
get
Like,
Yeah, that's
Some of that
insane.
Skill, please.
Crazy.
he literally just hopped on over. It's like, okay, do your thing. I thought it was very cool.
Wait, now I have. I'm gonna look it up just because I'm curious if it actually happened or I made it up in my mind.
Also, we're actually going to move on to the next topic. But yes. Okay. So the next game is Sky Battle. Let me
Love Sky Battle.
Dude, Sky Battle's always,
always-
like there's always something crazy going on.
I love watching Tommy play it because it's his favorite game. So he just has so much fun. I just like seeing him have fun with it.
I love Sky Battle.
Okay. So for Sky Battle, I know that there were like a couple people that popped off, and so one of which I wanted to like, I don't know, just give a little shout out to. We got Joel Swashbeans, who's on the screen right now. He ended up coming second in the game, which is like awesome. Like I feel like he's definitely a player that has been. I mean, like he's always been pretty good, but especially as of late, he's been doing like better and better, and has been really like making a solid name for himself in MCC. And yeah, one of those things coming second in a game like Sky Battle, it's like, oh dang, like you're skilled. Yeah. Do you guys have any notes like overall for Sky Battle? I honestly don't have like too much other than a clip that I'm gonna show of Sapnap, and then like a little note on the glitches. Let's see. Oh wait, let me see what AJ said. Love the fact that different teams always manage to pop off every round rather than one always winning. No, yeah, that's the cool thing about Sky Battle. It's like teams have so much potential to have those pop off moments, and it's like because there is a lot of I wouldn't say there's a lot of RNG, but like there kind of also is, because it's like who you spawn next to and like kind of like how it progresses for the people that are around you and also for yourself. It's a combination of skill and kind of just like what the game is giving you. And so seeing just like the different pop-off moments is really, really cool.
Yeah, this also gives me like survival games energy, obviously like with in a different font, if you will, but it's one of those games that you get hype about, and like all the different strategies, and even you can like have only one of your team members alive and they would like pop off and go crazy in the middle of the arena, like we saw Sapnap just like, did he 1v3? I'm pretty sure, like at the end.
I thought it was a 4. 1v4.
Yeah,
1v4?
It was a 1v4 plus an extra 2.
That's like you could have those moments.
Yeah.
And they're filled with adrenaline
inside.
Yeah. I like Sky Battle.
Yeah. And yeah, something I just wanted to clear up is like there was a lot of misinformation going around about the like quote unquote glitches in Sky Battle. There was one that was notable that like I'm pretty sure was an actual glitch, which was the dream like block placement. Like you could literally see it like place and disappear. And like I don't know, he was high enough so like the block should have placed and like it should have been fine. Which just happens, like it's just a matter of like lag, I presume. So it's kind of
Dream was saying that he's had it happen on a lot of servers before. He's just never had it happen in MCC, and that's why he was like
so shocked,
more freaked out about it.
Yeah, and I think that is the thing. Like MCC usually is so like on top of everything, and so it's just like what? Yeah. Okay. But then there was like other yeah. Go ahead, go.
Yeah. No. I think you're gonna mention it. I'm gonna wait.
Actually, no. You go for it first.
Oh God. talking about glitches, there's like another thing. TNT is supposed to drop if you break the blocks like underneath it after it's lit up. And in Sapnap's case, he died in one round because like TNT lit up right next to him. He broke all the blocks, but it didn't drop. It just floated right next to him. And he was like, "Why did it not like fall?" And I was like, "Is that supposed to do that?" And yeah, TNT is supposed to like.
Yeah. So that was another one of the ones where it's like it looked like a glitch, but it wasn't actually. So if you look at the clip closely, yeah, he broke 2 of the blocks, but it was still on the corner of the block behind it. So he needed to break that one too, and then it would have fallen.
Oh, you could have mentioned it so I don't look like an idiot, but it's fine.
No. Like I think that was a good example of like
idiot. Yeah.
No. Of like there was a lot of like glitches going around, but it's like I think it was just because there was one that actually happened. People were mistaking other ones for glitches as well. Also to answer your question, Kylie, we are watching Joel Smallish Bean's POV because he came in second overall. Let's see.
I was gonna make this one.
Huh?
Nothing.
Okay.
Move on.
Okay. Another one was people were like, "Oh, Ariat was trying to open a chest, but spawned a creeper instead." She was holding creeper eggs, so there goes that one.
That's like in Bed Wars when you try to click on the store and you're holding a fireball and just
yeah.
blow up everywhere. Yeah.
Oh. You just threw me back.
Another one was saying that Ranboo got block glitched as well, but he was just going too fast and didn't like place a glitch. Like that was just a mistake on like.
Yeah, he placed it on. I was watching. He placed it on top of the block instead of like on the side of it. So that's why he didn't start like bridging out. He was like on the wrong side of the corner of it.
Yeah, so there was
which I've
like
done many times.
There was just a few things where it's like, okay, they're not actually glitches. So I guess I just wanted to clear that up for anybody who like, I don't know, saw those things around.
Yeah, he was gonna call me an idiot. It's fine.
I said anybody, not at Fairly Gab. Let's see. Okay, if we don't have anything else about like Sky Battle, I have the Sapnap clip that we mentioned.
Yes.
Okay. Do a little
That clip will stress me out, even though I know how it ends each and every time.
Oh no, there's one teal. Bad's alive. Bad's alive. To your left.
The entire pink team is down there. Oh, Bad Boy Halo is just fucking hiding.
They're dropping TNT on you. They dropped TNT. They dropped creepers as well.
Get one more kill and you're good. Nice.
Nice.
2 more. Ah! Wait, what?
Wait,
nice.
I fought
him. Oh my god, they're too high up. Dab, you win this. You win this. You win this.
Did he splash a potion before
Yeah.
getting... That was such a move. Are you
so
kidding?
good.
That was so sweaty though. I would like uninstall the game if that happened to me. Like imagine fighting someone, they're like, wait, give me a second real quick. Let me heal up. Just give me 1 second. Let me win this game actually. Let me just heal up.
Literally.
That's so
Crazy.
old school. Like watching that is like such old school like PvP throws it back to like the very high stress whenever you're doing the arena duels. Oh my god, it just flashbacks. It's such a good watch. Like if you're someone who enjoys PvP, that clip is the clip that is going to reinvigorate your love for PvP.
Sapnap slayed this MCC. So true, Kylie. But
Crazy.
yeah, it was like he was confident enough in his skills. He was like, yeah, I'll just drop down on this team and kill them all. And then he was like, yeah, I'll just bow those people up there. Like, I got it. And I was like, okay, go crazy. Like after this or after that, I literally had to like go and make sure that he didn't break the like highest point average for a game, which is still Dream from MCC 11 Sky Battle. But I was like, that was crazy. Like, did he just break it? But he didn't. But he was fairly close. I was like, whoa.
He was what?
He was
Sorry, what?
He was fairly
Yeah?
close.
You're gonna get copyright strike.
Okay. Also, once again, if you're like hanging around and want to drop a follow, like, oh my gosh, feel free. Like, oh, that's crazy. It's crazy.
Go crazy on that follow button.
Crazy on it.
Go crazy on the sub button.
True.
Smash it like the champ.
Hello.
PvP it.
Okay. Parkour Tag. I have Quick's perspective for Parkour Tag. He got first in the game, so that's who we've got on the screen. The one thing I really wanted to note for Parkour Tag, because we have like talked a bit about this game before, right? I mean, like every game, but oh yes, Kylie, thanks for the follow. Thank you. But what I want to talk about today was like a difference in hunter strats and like your thoughts on it, because there was debate. I was watching like Punz and Sylvie pre MCC like talking about I think it was like Sylvie's VOD review, and there was like the difference between pre-deciding hunters for like each team. So it's like no matter what order the team came in, it was like, okay, like this person will hunt purple, this person will hunt blue, this person will hunt orange, versus hunting 4 in a row, like no matter what the team is. And so I feel like what we mostly hear about is like that pre-deciding hunters are kind of just like deciding as you go, even where it's like, oh, I think you'd be best for this team. But the difference with if you do 4 hunts in a row is like your skills as a hunter would be more warmed up in a sense, and you would kind of be like in that hunter mindset and in that runner mindset like X amount of rounds in a row, so you're using the same skills instead of switching back and forth. Thoughts on that?
Well, Punz, so they went with the 4 in a row, and I think Punz has always done that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was the first time I had heard of them, and like from him, because
I
think seems he's the other one.
Yeah, I think he's done that every time. I don't know. But I felt like, because I watched as well when Sylvie and Punz were VOD reviewing, that it worked pretty well for both of them. Because I think they're both the kind of players that they want to focus on one thing and they don't want to go back and forth. So I think it worked really well for them, but I do think potentially on other teams, especially if there's like a wider like skill disparity, that the other method definitely could work better for them. But I think for Punz's team, because I have Punz, I believe Punz won every round he hunted, and then I think Sylvie won 2 of the 4, but then I think she hunted all of them regardless of whether they won. So I think it worked really well for them because it got them very much into that mindset. I don't know. I feel like I'm repeating myself.
You're fine. You're fine.
No, you're good.
Joe, Gab, what do you guys think? Any thoughts?
You can go first, Gab.
Oh, thank you. I would call it the funnel strat in Parkour Tag. I think it depends a lot on your skills, right?
Okay.
And if you're confident enough, because you can do the 4 and 4, but you do have to like keep in mind that you have to be a strong hunter. So like no matter the team you're against, you know you can hunt them down. Like you have no doubt in your mind. Because I feel like with the other strategy, what you could do is like give the opportunity to maybe not like the best hunter, but like if you're going against a team that you feel is the weakest, like weaker than yours, you could probably give the chance to someone who's never hunted, like, hey, I know you can handle this. Like it doesn't have to necessarily be the top 2 hunters of the team, but I would call it the funnel spot. It depends completely on the team's like I forgot the word. The team's skill. Thank you. The team's skill against the team you're going. Yeah.
So
yeah.
So do you think that it would work better in like situations where the team has 2 really strong hunters, so they could be the 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Only in teams that you have 2 very strong people that you know you're not gonna fail. Because even with the funnel strategy, sometimes in dodgeball, you see that one of the people you thought was one of the person you thought was the best at like taking the shots is missing every shot. So you lost an entire round like by giving them the arrows to them and maybe risking the win. So it would be the same here. Like maybe someone's having a bad day, take them out and put someone else in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any thoughts, Joe?
Thank
you. It's all
I
good.
would agree with a lot of. No, I agree with Gab. I think it definitely comes down to. I think there's strategy in like looking at your other team and being like you know what? I think that they're fairly like. They played a lot with these teams, so they know who's got parkour skills and who's stronger in those skills. So if you have someone on your team that you could regulate, being like, you know what? I'm gonna use Dream as an example because I watched him. I've seen him delegate. Where he's like, okay, I think you'd be pretty good suited to hunt this team, especially with Tina, who's not so great with parkour but has been working on it. He was like, this is the team for you. So I think it comes. I think wise decision for some teams would be looking at your team and knowing their weaknesses and then going for that. But some people like Punz would probably have it better going 4 in a row. So he's like prime.
Got it. Fair. Okay. The clips that I have for Parkour Tag, the first one is going to be Dream's 12-second Parkour Tag hunt, which is one of the fastest hunts, and it really shows that like it's super important for the running team to split up at the beginning because that's one like part of the reason he's able to get them so quickly. Hello. Okay. Oh, wait.
Bills is hunting me. Oh no.
Okay, it looks like they're going to the right. Yeah. They're going to the. Oh, they're kind of running down the middle. Oh shit.
Okay, I think I put the. I can't tell if they're still chasing me.
I got them all.
Wait.
Holy shit! Yeah, there's.
A quick little 12 seconds, and then the next clip that I have is of Foolish running round 4. I feel like Foolish is becoming a really strong parkour tag player.
Oh yeah.
Or specifically runner. Like he's really good at reading the opponent and has like really good game sense.
And he's been putting in the work to become an avidly better parkour player.
Yeah.
So he's getting better idea of what pixels to land on. It's really cool to watch that happen.
He has the same like CPK grinder mindset.
Yeah,
I feel like,
for sure.
I look at him like all of us as content creators. Like I look at him 10 hours into a stream.
Yeah.
My dude is the parkour warrior for the 120 something time, but he's not giving up.
Yeah.
So that's definitely like showing in MCC. The first MCC, of course, it was his first time. All this like you're going against people who have played this thousands of times, and I feel like now. Slowly giving him a chance, he's gonna become a really good player. I feel like strong player.
I 100% agree, and I feel like he's definitely been showing that more and more. All right, here's the clip. Oh my god, that volume.
Keep looping.
They're running down, but they're.
Just keep looping, Foolish. Just keep looping.
Oh, they're trying to cut you off.
You're good.
Keep going. Oh, they're right behind you. They're right behind you.
Wait. Keep going.
Keep going.
Oh, nice! Nice! He's cracked. He is.
Like he just completely juked them. I was like,
oh,
okay.
So good. So good.
Oh my god, that was so funny. His reaction though.
Because you could just like see them like run past and it's like, oh bye. Yes.
He's gotten so good at that slip.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I feel like he's gonna get better.
Yeah, definitely. He's only gonna get better the more he plays.
Yeah.
No thoughts behind his eyes, but at the same time, it's all the thought.
Crazy.
I agree.
So yes, that's what we got for Parkour Tag.
Woo!
Woo! Okay.
Games.
Rocket Spleef perspective that I have, which is honestly a surprise, is Dreams for this one, because he ended up coming in first in Rocket Spleef, which was epic.
It's a surprise that we're watching Dream on your channel. Is that what you said?
No, it's a surprise that he came in first at Rocket Spleef. Shut up, Gab. Okay.
I was wondering.
Let me see. This is just something else I'm really looking forward to see him improve and just get better and better. Yeah, exactly, Lucy. And he's already been getting better and better, so it's like up and up from here. Up and up.
I agree.
Okay. So Rocket Spleef. I liked this event's Rocket Spleef.
Yeah.
I think mostly because of the fact that there were 2 fast maps. I liked the new map. Feel free to go.
I liked the first map. That was the new one. It definitely like took everyone as took everyone as a surprise. I don't think that's how you say that. But I don't know. By surprise. Yeah, that's the word it is.
You're valid for that. Don't worry. Been there.
Yeah, no, I like the fast maps. I feel like they're more fun to watch as like a viewer, and I feel like I don't know, I feel like they create like more like interesting situations for the players in which they kind of have to often like clutch, and it makes really cool clips from it, so.
Like Casey's saying, Rocket Spleef Rush is so much more fun to watch than old Rocket Spleef. Like, I feel like the fact that there is a progression in the game rather than just survive, but it's like, yeah, there's just a lot more going on because there's like near constant movement. In the new map, there were literal walls in the way that you had to maneuver around. There were platform height changes where it's like the islands would be spawning higher and then they would go lower, and so like if you were struggling and you were like pretty low, if that platform spawns higher than you, like you're in trouble. And yeah, I don't know, I really enjoy the fast moving maps because I feel like that's even kind of a farther stretch away from the old Rocket Spleef, and there's just more like dynamic to it. Yeah. I saw a clip of AMC.
I really
I'm sorry, I'm reading Kylie's chat real quick.
No, you're bad. Read it, go ahead.
I saw a clip of AMC for Rocket Spleef, and she cannot figure it out, so yes, it is stressful. Yeah, it's one of those games that's like has a huge skill gap for the new players. Yeah, I can see how it could definitely be stressful to people. What were you saying, Gab?
One thing that I never like have really seen before was that George kind of like stood in one of the platforms. I think it was the second round, I'm not really sure, and he was just trolling everyone with rockets. Like, I didn't know you could stand still. He just like stood still and I was shooting at everyone, not moving. Like, he was just vibing straight up in the platform falling apart, but he was like, I'm gonna shoot at everyone rockets. Like, he was not moving. It was kind of stressful to watch, but I was like, if this works for you, if this is a new strategy, because I feel like, I don't know why I had in my mind that if you stood in a spot for too long, it would like disappear, but it didn't. Clearly it didn't, because
like
he played Valorant for like 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes straight, just shooting at everyone.
There's like some people like to troll in it. Like Punz loves to punch people, and it's almost his downfall a lot because I feel like he sometimes focuses too much on it. But definitely, like, it is one of those games where you can try to grief and troll people.
Yeah, I feel like probably the reason where you're like, oh, you can't stand still in Rocket Spleef, like a lot of times standing still in Rocket Spleef does not go well. It does not go well.
Yeah.
Because like somebody's gonna like take the floor out from under you, and so the fact that he was able to just like chill for a bit and just troll people, I think is hilarious. Because it should not
he
go
was straight
well.
up chilling. I don't know, but it was a sense of time George moment. Like, he was not dying. He was shooting at everyone, standing still. Nothing happened.
Plot armor.
see. Also, watching I watched CPK's first. Actually, no, I think I watched this whole thing. And so we've discussed before, like, the difference between, like, dolphin, like, the electro boosting, aka, like, the little dolphin thingy, and using the rocket to boost yourself. And I think CPK's was a really good example of knowing when to use both, and knowing, like, when you had to stop to boost, or knowing when, like, just using that electro hop was useful, and, like, he was able to do it, and so, yeah, it was a good little perspective for that, if anybody wants to check that out. But otherwise, like aforementioned, there are good opportunities for clutches in Rocket Spleef, and so I have yet another SB clip of him clutching in Rocket Spleef, where it's like, he should have died multiple times in this clip. Like, multiple times. But he survives, and it's very cool. Alright, there. There you go. Wait, well.
You're smooth. You're smooth.
Oh my god, dude.
That's being
insane.
Oh god, the second sneak you like put attention to it,
no.
I was like, ah.
Oh, you had the updraft?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes, my boy. Directly to your right. Directly to your right. Yeah.
Yo.
That's a little skip there, baby.
Oh my god.
Very expressive.
Crazy.
No, I went inside it.
I love watching his like
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're
like a
good.
cat
Oh,
that's playing.
dude, look
like,
at
he's like locked on.
Yeah. It's like at the beginning of the clip, right? Oh, wait. Oopsies. At the beginning of the clip, there's like a wall in front of him, and then like P explodes it, so he's able to get through. He also like falls and has to use his updraft. He's like able to avoid a wall. He like the wall spawns with him like inside of it. Like he lands on a platform right as it spawns. Like there was just so much going against him, and it somehow worked out. I was like, okay, pop off, like do your thing. Yeah,
He was pushing through it.
Yeah, he like seriously pushed through. Yes. Yeah. That's Rocket Spleef! Yeah!
Woo!
Ah. Let's just go to get to the other side, which dude, I told you at the beginning there's a lot of SB. Here he is, because he got first and to get to the other side. He's yeah, we have his POV playing in the background, but overall I feel like this was a pretty standard to get to the other side, I would say. How were your guys' perspectives for it?
Well, Punz lost his streak of getting top 5 on Terra Swoop Force.
Oh no.
Because he hit his head.
Oh no.
Yeah, he got 26 in that one. So fall from grace.
Yeah, the Terra Swoop Force map is like so much fun. It looks so cool, and I know that you can like download and play it yourself.
Really?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
It's like,
Oh my god!
yeah, you can download it in like,
grind?
single player world.
Let's play it.
Grind Terra Swoop Force. Are
Heck
you
yeah.
ready?
Really fun as always. Love all the Together's side. And Whack-A-Fan, you did the full abbreviation. Alright.
Alright. I love this game. I don't really have a lot to say because I feel like it's consistently good
I agree.
and really fun to watch, and always like see new people come up with little strats for all the different maps. But overall, enjoy it a lot. One of my favorite games. I was gonna say something, but I know we're gonna watch the clips, so I'm just gonna wait patiently.
Well, you can mention it. 'Cause I know.
Oh, George is absolutely insane. And the lava map, he was like so unbothered by someone who has watched George's like chill streams, creative streams. He's just like placing blocks and walking around. That's how it felt. Like he didn't even scream. He didn't do nothing. He was like placing the blocks. I'm vibing. Get plays easy, no sweat. And I was like, that's crazy.
Wait, dude, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Where it's like, oh yeah, it's like this. This is literally just like what he does. He just places blocks and like runs.
Yeah, those like all streams at 3 a.m. But he would like play sand and he just like walk around. That's how it felt. And I was like, this is MCC. How are you so? You have not like missed a single step. I think at the end he kind of fumbled, but like, who cares? It was insane.
Yeah. And then yeah, so I do have that George clip. Before you play it, so what's playing right now is SB on Badlands, and this was really cool because first he got first place, but then Kara got second, and then Snee got third. Like it was just like 1, 2, 3. It was all, top 3 were blue.
Crazy.
It was really
nice.
It was crazy. At the end, like in the first half, Kara and Snee were like doing their own thing, but in the last like third of the map, they started just following SB's route. And yeah, that got them first, second, and third.
Has that ever happened before, like with a team?
I don't know actually. That's a good question.
I feel like there might have been. I think it was a Red Rabbit team.
Like
Okay,
possibly,
maybe.
probably, but it was still really, really cool.
Oh yeah.
Okie dokie. So that George clip, let's get to it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I love watching people play this, and I love trying to like read their techniques and pick them up and try them. This is like such a fun map.
I was in a Minecraft tournament that had like a lava to get to the other side, basically. And I was really good in it. So I want to.
Okay, you're a gamer.
I was a little bit of a gamer.
What's it called? All to get to the other side. It's just like I feel like getting on the Hypixel practice server is just like so much help because like all of their courses and stuff. It's like very to get to the other side-esque, or at least the ones where you have to place blocks.
Wait, which one? Can you play to get to the other side?
It's
Like on the
like
Bed Wars practice server, there's like
Yeah,
it's like bridging practice, but it's like a very similar thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it'll let you do like the ones where you like bridge on the edge of like the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Like get to do the clutches and everything. It's good for
I can
expanding
never do
skills
those.
like that. That's why you play it, Cat.
All right, here's the
Can't
clip.
do it.
What, my sprint's not on? Cool.
Whoever punches here is fucking evil.
Okay.
I'm evil.
What?
Who said something
As
about
you should
I
be.
can't see a thing, dude.
Dude, I'll your mom if you punch me. Sorry, my bad.
Look at that.
That was me.
It's the mascara face. When you're putting mascara on, you're just looking at yourself with mouth open.
No, literally. But look at that. Dude is chilling. Does not care. Oh, he's even fumbling this one.
I also like that he was just doing like the one block placement. Instead of like spamming a whole bunch like most people approach this map. And like that obviously worked out really good for him.
He was hopping around like a frog and got in first place. Like, how does that happen?
And
They're
I think
just
it's
better.
a good strategy to do like the single blocks because you're also not like creating too much of a path for someone else. Like when you do like the spam block.
Yeah.
So unless they're really good at like landing their jumps from block to block.
Dude, Ampharos punching Tommy at the end, he literally talked about it after and was like, I'm sorry, like that was messed up.
Oh my god.
The
violence.
The violence.
I think it was also somebody in Ant's chat that was like, a strategy for get to the other side is literally just avoid Ampharos. Because he punches so much. Yeah, I always punches. Okie dokie. We go to Meltdown.
Meltdown.
I am so happy that Meltdown was played last because like
Oh, what a game.
Like, what did we talk about last time? We literally talked about how it had so much potential for last game, and it, like, literally the second time it was played, it was already last game, and I was like, let's go. Like, let's go.
It heard you.
Such a good finale game.
It heard me.
And a lot of what we talked about last time, we were like, oh, I wish they could put like the heaters in certain like places to clutch up. I think there was this one time that oh god, Sapnap and George's team were all like frozen, but because of the heaters, they managed to like clutch up. And I think George got frozen, and then Gumi got out, and then George got out. It was like they were so well placed, they managed to get out of their situation they were in. So it was cool to watch that people are now like taking that into consideration, because the first time they played it, of course, like nobody really knew what to do.
Yeah, this second time around, like, you could tell that people understood the game a lot more. Like, I saw a lot of more, like you said, like pre-placement of heaters. They were kind of more aware of like doors and like different angles and stuff. They were more aware of like being flanked, even though some people did pull off some really good flanks. But yeah, just stuff like that. They were a lot more aware in the game, like most people, I would say.
It was very fun watching Punz peak like he was playing Valorant. Punz's team went crazy the third round. Like the three of them got frozen, and Punz got unfrozen, and he like snuck all the way around other teams to then like unfreeze his entire team, and they ended up surviving and being the last full team.
That's
sick. Clutch.
Tommy was insane. Tommy was crazy.
Yeah, Tommy was really good the first time, getting like a lot of coins with the blocks and stuff, and I noticed he like was doing the same thing this time. Like, I saw him in the middle, like collecting those coins. I was like, yes,
yeah, every single time he was in the middle.
Cause just like collecting those coin crates is like the biggest source of points in this game, and so I think like the teams that put more focus on that are playing the game really well and like being able to hold down the fort while like their teammates are collecting that. Like, it's good. It's good. I like it when that happens.
Jesus, Anfros is a fucking demon with the bow.
You're good.
Beep.
I'm gonna go through it and bleep stuff. Don't worry about it. Or not like bleep.
I'm gonna get deleted out.
I'm just gonna get rid of all Gab audio.
Yeah, the bow skills really come in handy with this game.
No, for sure. Like, if you're good with the bow, then like you should look more forward to Meltdown. Like, bow.
Like, and with the flick, sometimes it hurts my soul.
For sure.
Valorant players.
Because this is a straight up Valorant.
It literally is.
FPS, but in MCC. Let me see. Okay, one of the clips that I have is of Antros, even though we have his POV on. I'd also like to point out that Quig got first, like, individual in Meltdown, but I wanted to put Ant here, because I know how into Meltdown he is. I also do have a quick clip, though. But let's do the Ant clip first.
Cops and robbers to MCC vouch.
Let me see. This is from round 3. He like, I'm pretty sure it's a 1v4 against Purple, and it's like it's so good.
Which team was Purple then?
Purple was the whole like Pete, Phil, and Joel. I believe.
Oh wait, you said Purple?
Oh yeah, not purpled.
Okay, I was like, where was Purpled? Why haven't we seen anything from Purpled?
Well,
I got so confused.
This was supposed to be Purpled's POV because Purpled was contacted, but they didn't hear back from him, so they
he didn't respond, so they got Ant.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Okay, here's a clip.
Purpled was probably asleep, honestly.
Clutch. So long.
Oh, go on. I can't see what you're doing. Ah, let's go. No way. He's just got a quad freeze. That's what you're called. Quad freeze.
All right, I'm down.
Just a
Yeah,
casual
break
takes
those
on the
heaters.
entire team. Just casual.
Okay, yeah.
Same.
That was good.
Yeah, and I think like watching SPOV for Meltdown is good too because like he does have all of that stuff in mind because he's focused so much on like breaking down Meltdown. So yeah, he went in and like broke those heaters as soon as he had the opportunity, and that helped like keep the team frozen, which was awesome. Yeah, I love 4K Ace. Hi Kahuna, hello. All right, I'm dead. Like he didn't just pop off. Yeah, no, he went crazy there. And then the next clip I think is like honestly huge. And it is from Quig, right? Where is it? So in this clip, he helped lead his team into a fight against Blue. And so at the time, or like going into Meltdown, the last game, right? It was Red, Blue, and Orange were the top 3. And so Orange had to do good, and either Red or Blue had to do bad. And so, like, this kill on Blue took them out of the round really early, and, like, who knows, maybe that could have been, like, the round that got Orange into Dodgeball and, like, helped them win the entire event. Yeah, I think it was very cool.
Let's see if we can get some...
Game changer.
Game changer.
Let's see if we can get some altitude.
Oh, I see them. They're right there.
Say it. I love Meltdown.
Killed one.
I'll say it. I love it.
They're gonna heat him. They're heating him.
Oh, they're all in it. We can get him hit.
I love. Wait, no.
Hit one.
I love
I'm gonna break the
Meltdown.
heaters.
Three done.
Got the heater. Oh, Jordan's out. Jordan's out. Kill him. Free him. Nice. Break the heaters. Break the heaters.
I'm tired of watching MCC and not being
There's still one. There's still one alive.
Real and true.
I'm gonna play the clip again real quick. Okay.
Let's see if we can get some altitude.
Oh, I see them. They're right there.
Quick clip.
Killed one.
I'm gonna try and take the power.
They're gonna heat him. They're heating him.
Oh, they're all in it. We can get him hit.
Hit one. I'm gonna break the heaters.
Three done.
Got the heater. Oh, Jordan's out. Kill him. Free him. Nice. Break the heaters. There's still one alive. Never mind. We got them all.
Got him.
Alright. Yeah, so, that was another instance of, like, knowing when to go in and get the heaters, while also just, like, being good with the bow. And, like, that kill on Blue was just, like, huge.
Vicious.
It was epic.
I'm gonna say it. I think MCC contestants are watching MCC chats because the strategies we talked about are being used. I'll be the one who says it. Fine. I'll say it.
Fine. Alright. Do you guys have anything else you wanted to say about Meltdown? Other than you love Meltdown? Because, like, same. But, yeah, heartbreaking for Blue, but what a move. Yeah, Blue was doing really, really good the entire event. It was unfortunate to not see them in Dodgeball, but it's okay, it happens. They did their best. They did. Alright, let's go into Dodgeball then. Okie dokie. I have Finn's POV because winning shot for Orange. I liked this Dodgeball. Like, even though neither of the teams I was like super rooting for was in it, like, it was a really, really good Dodgeball. And I think it was really cool to see like Red having like gotten there, considering the first game they didn't even have like all 4 players.
Literally.
But like, yeah, also just like huge props to Zeus, because at one point I literally was like, okay, yeah, like Dodgeball done, it's a 3v1, like it's not gonna happen. Okay, so on my flyers for like MCC or this like podcast that I post on Twitter, I make the winner like bigger. I make the little icon bigger. And so when it was that 3v1, I had made Orange bigger already because I was like, yeah, I don't think like Red comes back from this. And then Zeus pulls out the clutch and I was like, oh, let me shrink orange again because all of a sudden it's a 2v2. And I was like, what? Or like yeah, they took it to the last round. I don't know. It was...
With the sudden death.
I thought it was good. Yeah, and the sudden death. I liked it a lot. When dodgeball lasts the longest amount of rounds possible, yes! Those are my favorite dodgeballs. It's just like it could go either way.
Yeah, it gets so intense.
And it like shows that like, oh yeah, like the best teams are here because like it's so close. And, like, I like it. Let me see. I have the clip. I have the clip.
Okay, show us the clip.
Okay, I will, if you insist.
Yes. You got this. Always try to take the arrow back. No, I didn't. He couldn't.
Hello? Where'd it go?
Not check.
Not check? There we go. Okay, here we go. The winning, or not the winning shot. I'm so sorry, Zeus. I'm so sorry. I just
the clutch.
You, Zeus. The clutch.
I get it. You couldn't get it.
You fucking got this.
Dodge. Nice dodge, mate. Nice dodge.
Whereas, take your time. You have all the time now.
The time and the juice.
He looks so calm.
He always looks calm. This is
They
scary.
won with the
You
arrow.
just enter like a trance.
Mind.
Watch for when they cross.
Mindset. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Nice.
Quick as two.
Oh my
You got
god.
this, mate. Big dodges.
Does he remember?
Big dodges.
Does he?
Big dodges,
Does
mate.
he remember?
Damn.
I think he remembers.
You got this. You got
Spicy.
this.
Take your time. Take your time.
Holy
Take your
macaroni.
time.
You got the juice.
You got the juice.
Got him.
Oh my god! He just 3v1'd! Okay.
He's so
That dude
calm.
was breathing.
God.
He's so calm. Like
So
how?
Even just watching that, I was just tense.
I don't get it. It was just so incredibly calm, and like he just pulled it off, and I was like, okay, go crazy. Yeah, no
Skill.
funneling. True, AJ. No funneling. They did it quite well. I don't know, we've talked enough about funneling in the past. I don't necessarily want to get into a conversation on that today. But if you want to hear thoughts on funneling, you can check out the end of last podcast, which is on my YouTube channel.
Subscribe.
So true.
Subscribe.
So true. Okay. I'm just gonna leave dodgeball on the screen, but let's talk about Build Mart. Because
Alright guys, I had a lot of fun. Thank you for having me.
shut up. Yes, Finn cracked. Okay, so even though Build Mart wasn't played, I want to bring up this discussion on it because there was a lot of discussion with it with the participants. Like in the little like post MCC discussion time. Okay. So a lot of issues were raised and some fixes were discussed. Dude, I don't even know how to get into it. We haven't talked about Build Mart in so long because it hasn't been played in so long. But I also think that that's like something to note in itself, right? If a game hasn't been picked 3 MCCs in a row, and then the last MCC, the last event it was played in, it was because a power-up kind of made it played. Y'all spamming the awkward, and it's like true. Like, why? Why is this still a discussion? And it still is. It's still a very active one. There's a reason there's a mega thread on Reddit.
I definitely feel like there needs to be some sort of build a game in MCC, and I think everyone kind of feels that way, just because not everyone's like insane at like parkour or PvP. I think it still definitely needs to be something like to balance out, but I feel like we can all recognize that Build Mart in its current state is not the right game for it, or just needs... There's been changes to Build Mart, I just don't... They just haven't like I don't know, been enough.
I feel like the current state that you said there is huge. Like in its current state, it doesn't.
Like I don't think that
category
like Build Mart itself couldn't be saved. It kind of needs an overhaul.
Mhm.
Like I think it's to the
think
point where it's
the-
no longer like tweaks. It's like we need to like pull it out and revamp it completely.
Yeah, Joe.
I think the argument that gets brought up a lot is all these games that do get played, so Grin Runners, Parkour Tag, all these separate games, is there's opportunity for growth. So someone could go and practice parkour, they could go and practice their PvP skills, but when it comes to building, there's no real specific skill that you can expand on that. You're either really good at having a building mind or you're not. And then it comes down to the factors of like the materials. Some people have a really hard time with materials, even if they're labeled. There's just not a great option for improving that skill. And I see that brought up a lot. I think Build Mart has a really cool potential to be a fun type of like put it together game. But at its current function, I think it does need that overhaul to make it accessible for everyone to enjoy. Instead of just, it pops up as an option and people go, yes.
I wouldn't even necessarily say it's like, oh, they can't improve in building skills. I feel like it's like, they can't improve at Build Mart. Because there's no opportunity to practice like Build Mart, particularly. Because like, you could get better at block placement, you can. But in terms of Build Mart itself, it's like, okay, like, Yes, Tova?
Like, coming from someone who has gotten decently good at like watching videos of builds and being able to replicate them with most blocks and things like that, you can get better at it, but it took me a very, and I mean a very, very, very long time to be able to do that.
Mhm.
Like, since I started playing Minecraft, like, that long. And I think it's kind of, in a way, ridiculous to expect someone to be able to do that in, like, a very, like, I don't know how else to put it, but, like, I just think there's the combination of having to know crafting recipes, knowing what blocks, even now with the hovering over function. I don't know.
I kind of want to play devil's advocate for that point that you just made about like taking a while. The same could be said about other skills though. Like parkour, PvP, you have to, it takes time. You don't just get it overnight. But I think some other issues that are raised about it, and these are also things that came directly from contestants, and it's kind of, Build Mart is kind of like, the scoring leaves it in a state that if you're behind, you just fall farther and farther behind because you're not getting to those builds early. If you're ahead, you just get farther and farther ahead. There's not much opportunity for comeback. Or if there is any, it's slim as compared to other games where there is more wiggle room. Another thing is the issues with short-term memory, which like multiple people have complained about. And it's just like, you have to keep track of so much while it being like overwhelming. Like MCC shouldn't feel like overwhelming to the extent that it's like genuinely making people upset. Like, it should be a fun event, right? And I don't know, I'll leave those two up for grabs. I have like other stuff to mention too, but let's see. AJ, it's somewhat too much of a memory game with the recipes, the structures, and so on. I do feel really sorry for all the fans that have made builds that haven't been shown because it skips so often, though. Yeah, I mean, like, that sucks too, but it's like, like, if there are so many complaints, yet there is continuous, I don't know, like, I'm treading lightly here. I don't know, my perspective on Build Mart is, if there are so many people that have issues with it, and they define those issues, yet those issues aren't acted on, there's an issue there. In the area of there isn't any fix being proposed or implemented.
Yeah, I feel like it's not like everyone just saying like, oh, this game's boring, I hate it. It's like specific issues that people have brought up, you know, that like should be addressed because they're not like, they're like valid concerns and things like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's one thing I saw, like, I think I can't remember who I was talking to, but the idea of kind of giving like a creative mode inventory and eliminating to kind of go with the memory game thing of like having to remember exactly what to grab and having to go out and grab things and be like, oh no, I forgot to grab cobblestone or I forgot to grab oak wood, you know, this whole thing. And making it more about the builds and less about collecting materials, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's more of a suggestion than like a concern. I don't know.
No, yeah, and that was something I wanted to do too, like propose fixes. Real quick though, Casey saying, you saying that it shouldn't be unenjoyable, and that's the same reason they took out Parkour Warrior, but it's so obvious for Build Mart that people just aren't enjoying it. Yeah, so it's like, I feel like the comparison to Parkour Warrior in that sense is suitable, because it was the same issue, like people aren't having fun with the game, and so why isn't there any change made? They should probably allow the contestants to vote on whether to keep it or not. I don't know about like a vote or anything, because like ultimately it is like Nox Crew's event and stuff, but it's like you do, I think that like as an organization it's important to listen to community feedback and also like the people that are in the event itself. A straight up vote, I don't know how that would work in this setting. But yeah, I mean, like I'm comfortable saying that. Like I do think that it's important to listen to community, and it is like a lot of the community too. Like there's a reason why there's a whole mega thread on it on the Reddit, and that's where the most active people in the community are. Yeah. Let's see. And then, oh! Let me see. The players are partially what makes the event, so having participants vote seems fair. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that argument. Another fix that I would like to propose is changing the scoring to grid runner scoring. That doesn't change or fix the, like, issues with the game itself and, like, the mechanics, but it can definitely help the whole like, oh, you just fall farther and farther behind or like further and further ahead. But instead of just like, if you complete this build first, it's if you complete the build in the quickest amount of time. I feel like that's such a good suggestion, and it has been talked about like in previous MCCs too, and like for a while now, and it still hasn't been implemented. I don't know what's like going on behind the scenes, obviously, like maybe it's been considered, maybe they've chosen not to do it for like this reason or that, but I just like, I don't know, I would like to see some address of the issues. Eddie, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you.
Yeah, because definitely you can get stuck on like one of the first builds, but then you could finish like third, fourth build that comes up really quick, but you're gonna finish it later than the other teams just because you got stuck on one, and I don't feel like that should necessarily be punished.
Yeah,
you know,
like that's literally the reason they changed the grid runner scoring, so it's like, wait, what? Like, huh? Yeah, Gab, you've been quiet.
I don't know what to say about Billboard anymore. Listen. Threading extremely lightly. I don't think that Build Mart is going to be changed. And that is something I think as a society we have to accept. Because every game has been tweaked or slightly changed, or something has been added to make it different. And even in the update videos, we can see that it's been brought up that Build Mart's talked about, but it's still the same. I feel like Build Mart, it's gonna stay the same. Sadly, well, not sadly. Sadly for them, not sadly for me. It's gonna continue to be skipped or only played if there's a power up or a team that strongly wants to play it and they have like a power up, essentially.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I do think that there are people who enjoy it, and for those people that actually enjoy it and they're not particularly like strong in other areas, the game is going to remain the same.
Yeah.
That's my point. That's how it felt, and that's how it's been feeling with all the feedback and stuff, because amazing ideas have been proposed. Even something like Guess the Build, which is such an amazing and fun game to play, and it only involves building. It involves like creative mode inventory. There's so many options for building games, so many that could be added, but it feels like Build Mart has been such an OG game of MCC. It's gonna remain the same, and it makes people talk. It makes people talk about MCC.
It does make people talk. That's true. That's very true.
So good publicity, bad publicity, good publicity, it's all publicity. It's all adding to the event. So if you're on Reddit, let's say you're on Reddit and you see this mega thread about Build Mart, and you're like, what is this? Like, what is this game? And you go to the game. Like, they're gaining attention from it. So I feel like everything's going to remain the same. I wish they added another building game. In that case, if Build Mart is going to stay the same, maybe it can get benched out. Not necessarily, like, improved, but maybe something else and good and fresh and good and new.
Yeah.
But for now, I don't see anything changing. That's my stand on it.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. Yeah, it's like if there's been if there's been like a continuous lack of change, then you just don't see any change actually happening. That's a valid assumption. In the case that there was a change, though, I have another suggestion. And it is one that's been talked about. But the idea of adding a shopping list could at least alleviate the issues with short-term memory that some people have. So you could have like something like an item in your inventory, right? You have it in your hand, you right-click on a block, and that puts it on your shopping list. Then you know what you need. You don't have to like have a notepad out or anything. It's a mechanic in-game that you can choose to utilize if you so like. And just an idea. I agree with Gab, does feel like that a lot, TBH. That makes me like, I don't know, that makes
Tread
me
lightly,
upset in a
tread
sense.
lightly.
I know. It's just, I wish that the community didn't have to feel like that.
Yeah.
Shopping list is a good idea. Yeah, I really like that idea. I didn't come up with it, for the record. I like built on it a little bit from like things that I've heard. But yeah, I like the idea of
It adds to the team, like the whole big sales at Build Mart. It'd be cool to have a shopping list.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so here's a techno shopping list.
The little original game was like shopping carts.
True.
Like,
oh yeah.
Shopping list.
And then there's also the idea of like just adding new building games, right? So like Build Battle has been proposed. Quig mentioned something in the post MCC thingy that I haven't heard of like at all. But it's a game like where you kind of move along rooms, kind of like grid runners with different builds in it.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, ooh, that's a fun idea that you could like play around with more. But yeah. Actually, wait, I kind of just like glossed over Build Battle. And then in Build Battle, it's like you have it's like Parkour Tag or Battle Box where you're going like 1v1 against a team in 9 rounds. Each player on your team can like pick a kit, and either the build is only made of 4 blocks, or that kit could include like a variety of blocks, and you have to help your team build based purely on like what your kit has, but like you're working together to build faster than the other team, and you would win that round. So yeah, I think that those are some cool ideas to play around with. If Noxfruit is playing around with any ideas like that, super cool. Keep it up, because I would love to see. Like, I love building. Building is one of my favorite things to do in Minecraft. And
yeah,
so,
same.
like, yeah. See, and so seeing it incorporated into MCC more would be so sick. It just hasn't yet. And I'm like, come on, man. But yeah. Okay. Anything else you guys want to say about Build Mart or chat?
No, Joy.
Yeah,
So
it's
much I
okay.
could say.
It's okay if not.
Say is that I want to love Build Mart. I
Yeah.
just can't
Exactly.
right now.
Like building is like my favorite
It's
thing to
just-
do in Minecraft. Like I'm not huge on PvP. I'm not like a super like hardcore like parkour person. Like I love buildings. Like I want a fun building game.
It's just not the right time for me to love it. It's fine.
The issue is finding something that also wouldn't be skipped, which is probably a worry. I think that just like it depends on the game itself, right? Like if there's not issues with the game, then like it wouldn't be skipped as much as per literally all the other games in MCC. If I could choose to enjoy it, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that if a game gets added, it has to be building wise. Because I was talking to someone and I was like, "Oh, I don't like Build Mart," and they like Build Mart, and they were like, "Well, what do you like? The other 7 PvP games?" And I was like, "Whoa!" And that made me kind of think. There's a lot of PvP involved.
There's a lot.
And like, so it's cool to give room and a chance to those who are like not good at them, like at PvP. But Build Mart is not it.
Yeah. Eddie said, I agree with the thing about scoring. I think that'd make it better, or make it a lot better. Yeah. It's a solid idea. Okay. I think I'm gonna end it here. This was a lengthy one. It was a lengthy one. As it honestly usually is, but it's fine. I'm going to deafen up and end. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate you all. I will be linking all of Gab's, Joe's, and Tova's information in the description on my YouTube video. I realized I forgot to set up the command today, but they've been in chat, so like they're literally like some of the most recent people in chat. Just click their names. All right, thank you guys. I'm gonna deafen. Okay. Thank you to everybody who stopped by the stream, who stuck around, who chatted, who listened to our ideas and listened to our thoughts on all of the games. Obviously MCC is an incredibly well put together and exciting event. That's why there's such a huge like following around it. That's why I make videos about it. That's why yeah, there's just like so much hype around it. Like there's so many people who love and enjoy MCC, so it's just so much fun being able to like talk about it with people and having a community that also likes talking about it with me. I'm glad that I came back to Twitch for this one because like it's fun to bounce off of your guys' ideas. I will see you guys soon. Make sure to copy paste the raid message. Yeah, I don't know. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for all the support. Make sure to follow. I'm glad you enjoyed your time here, Eddie. And yeah, bye-bye.